Well, hello again, High Block family. Welcome to part one of how to fade and cut this haircut. I got a man here today. We're going to transform. First, we edge all around his head and face. Then we put that fire hot hot block tape on the sides and back. Style it with the sponge, using no enhancements. Clean them up and boom, let them go. But first, before we get into it, I got a quick message from our sponsors. Real quick. This video is sponsored by Block Smoke. Smoke cigars instead of cigarettes. It's the manly thing to do. Now let's tap into the haircut. First we start with the edge up. Nothing fancy. I got these gold and black baby bliss and these old school Andys that I work with. Going straight into the part that says, excuse me, look at my haircut. What the barber industry calls the C-cup. I'm on the left side of his head, so I use the corner of the edges going in to make that perfect curve. That fits his head and beard, of course. While using the comb to comb the hair down over the edge, so I can get the excess hairs from hanging over the edge line. Now I come down to the edge of his beard, I comb it. I make a little guideline just to know how far I want to go. I hold it, hold his cheek. That'll keep me aligned when I hold his cheek right there. That's a barber trick. But you hold the cheek right there, comb it out a little bit more, get the stuff you miss. Hold the cheek a little more. Get the line like I want it. Play with it. Yeah, that's gonna look perfect. We come down the back of his beard, coming straight down, because that's just the way he wants it. We go around his ear, do a little cleanup. Look at it, make sure we got it together. Turn him a bit, go straight to the back. Get in the back, we comb the hair down, put the edge on it, go around the ears. Yep. Keep doing that until it's all done. Okay, so now we already in the back. Let's go ahead and knock the other side out. We're gonna get it really clean. We hold his ear back, pull the skin back. Oh yeah, now we there. Now we have him to hold his lip steady so we can knock it down so it won't be so bulky around his lip. We trim it till we get it to where we want it at. Stand back, take a look at it. All right, so now we're finna go ahead with the edges. Put those Andys on his lip. We'll do the bottom lip, then we'll work our way up to the top lip. But remember, keep that comb in your hand. Keep combing while yeah, there you go. Now put it at the top. Yeah, steady hand. At this point, you can kind of tell your client to move his mouth if you want to. But right now, I like it in its natural form, so we're gonna keep it just like that. Because he wants to keep his beard out wide, so we don't want to go in with a precise look. We want to get it like straight, give it a chance to grow. Now we're coming in on the other side. Now this is the right side, so we do the exact opposite of what we did on the other side. We're trimming around the front here, getting it all lined up so the front edge can be lined up straight. So give them a little same thing. We comb the hair down, make sure it don't come over the edges. Make the C cup, go down to the beard, do the same thing, holding the cheek. We just got to make sure that it looks the same on both sides. So we got to keep looking at it. Keep looking at it while we're doing it. And boom. Now we done cleaned out the inside of the beard. We done did all of the beard detailing. Now all we got to do now is go ahead and get this taper in. We're going to use them baby bliss. We're going to flick it out. Flick it at the bottom first. We're going to try to blend the beard in with the haircut. Now he wants to keep his edge line So we're not gonna go bald with the Baby Bliss. We're gonna get something close to like a OA, close like the last notch on your clippers where you ain't got it closed all the way, but almost closed all the way. So what we do from here is just kind of flick it out with the edges of the clipper, the corner part of the clipper. You don't want to go all the way in deep when you're fading. So we're gonna fade with just the corners, and we're just gonna play with it until we get that image in our head on his face. Now the area that we cut in is right there below the C cup and in between the ear. Now we do the same thing on this side. It's just a different side. We flick at it. We start down by the beard, come all the way up in between that spot, the bottom part of the cup and the ear. And we go in there flicking. We use the open all the way up, flicking it out, kind of sculpting the hair. You don't want to go dig in. You want to kind of fade it out, flick your wrist and fade it out. We go in there, we keep fading it out. Just trying to make sure that we can get it to look like the desired look that we have in our head already. Okay, now we done flicked the taper out. So now we just gonna go ahead and do a little detailing and move straight to the back so we can go ahead and get it done. So now he don't want his stuff bald. He want to see all of his lines. So we're gonna take this Baby Bliss after we comb the hair down, and we're gonna stay just down there at the bottom. Now it's kind of light on this side, so we got to blend that in. We give it another good combing, and then we're going to stay at the bottom with the Baby Bliss all the way open up so we can get us a little line to start with at the bottom, like a guideline or whatnot. We come across and we sculpt the hair at the bottom. We're going to stay down there at the bottom of the hair, kind of sculpt it in the shape we want it to be. So we push his head down and we go to flicking. We flicking at the bottom though. See? Flick it at the bottom. Yeah. So now it's going to be about time to get another guard. We got to make sure that we have a size that's big enough to kind of cut all that weight and that bulk out. So we're going to go with the 3 this time and kind of debulk it. Knock it all the way down a little. Yeah, then come up the opposite angle against the grain and kind of smooth it out. Now we can go ahead and put this 3 down. Gonna grab the 1. I'm gonna go with the 1. Put the 1 in between there. Open it all the way up. Comb it and flick at that line you got in between there. So now we flicking at it. Notice we flicking with the corner of the clippers. With a fast flicking motion. We got to keep combing it and flicking. Combing and flicking. Yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, we sculpting the hair. Coming across it and we sculpting to get what we want out of it. We want it to look like it's fading into the hair. That's why we continually use this corner side of the clipper. See where it's light at right there? Now we got to do a little work. We got to fade it on in there and pull some out and comb it and fade it and comb it.
You on the max, man, talking to the top. I'm talking about that block, boy. Where we at?
So now what we're doing is what you call fine tuning. We put the sponge on his head, so now we're just trying to knock out all of those little few gaps that the sponge caused. So just detailing, fine tuning the haircut, making sure he leave out of there picture perfect before he leave.